Hi, and welcome to PlayingGuitar.org. I'm Wes Carr, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the 12-bar blues progression. Now, the first thing that you want to understand is that oftentimes musicians don't refer to the chord that they're playing by the actual name of the chord they're playing. They refer to it by its relation to the scale, the number it is in relation to the scale. So if you were talking about the key of A, your A would be your first chord, so I would call that the 1 chord. B would be roughly the 2 chord. The C sharp would be your 3rd, your C sharp minor. Then you would have your D as your 4th and your E as your 5th. And so on and so forth throughout the scale. And that way, if I were to change keys, I don't have to change the numbers, and the chord progression will still apply. So, and if you want to know more about that, and it's definitely worth looking into, do some research on the Nashville numbering system, or even classical chord theory. They'll both kind of address it in a very pretty similar way. There's some tweaks and some differences in how they actually go about it. So the 12-bar blues progression is probably the most iconic chord progression ever created. It's used in a ton of recordings. It's used in rock and blues and really all over the place. Country uses it once in a while, and even jazz players, if they're kind of just jamming, a lot of times will play over the 12-bar blues. And when you sit down and play with someone, there's a good chance that they'll just call out a key and they'll say, let's do a 12-bar in the key of A. And you want to make sure that you're comfortable playing in that kind of a situation. So we're going to talk, first of all, we'll teach you the 12-bar blues progression using power chords, and we're going to talk about how to move them around a little bit so it's in a different key. So you're going to start, with our A5, the A power chord. And we're just going to do a little shuffle. We're just going to do the 5th here, our tonic in our 5th. And we're going to rotate between having the ring finger down and having the pinky finger down. And just doing that basic blues shuffle. Now it's called the 12-bar because there's actually 12 bars of music, or 12 measures of music. For those of you that are maybe just getting into this, a measure will have different amounts of beats depending on what you're doing, but oftentimes in popular music it's divided into 3 beats or 4 beats. In the case of the blues, the 12-bar blues, each measure is divided into 4 beats. So we're going to start off with 4 measures of the A power chord. And we're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. From there we're going to move over to the 4th chord in the key of A, that's the D chord. Now when you're using power chords, one of the nice and convenient things is if you know your first chord is here, your 1 chord, your 4 chord will always be the next 1 string down from there. So you have 1, 2. Now our second line will be 2 measures of the 4 chord, and we're going to go back to the 1 for 2 measures. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So 4 measures of the 1 chord, 2 measures of the 4 chord, and 2 measures of the 1 chord. Now from there, we go to our 5 chord for 1 measure, and if you're looking at your 1 chord, your 4 chord's 1 down, your 5 chord is 2 up from your 4 chord, 2 frets higher. So we're going to have 1 measure of the 5, 1 measure of the 4, 2 measures of the 1, again, and that'll end it out. So 1, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So the whole way through, we're going to have 1 for 4 measures, for the 4 chord for 2 measures, which is just the 1 down, the 1 chord again for 2 measures, so you're going to go back where you started, 5, which is 2 frets higher than your 4, down to your 4 for 1 measure again, and then 2 measures of the 1 again. So the whole way through it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's say someone were to call out, let's do like they would say, let's do a 12-bar blues in the key of G. All you have to do is know where your G5 is, your very first chord, on the 3rd fret here, and your 4 chord will again be 1 fret down, and your 5 chord will be 2 frets up from that. Now there is the circumstance someone may call out something like, let's do a C. Now you could do it up here with 1, 4, 5, but you're starting to get kind of high pitch-wise. So let's take the C5 that starts on the A string, 3rd fret of the A string, power chord. Now from there, we want to go to our 4 chord, which you could go down, and that starts to get a little messy because you have to avoid any open strings. But what we would really probably want to do is, if we're starting on the A string with the power chord, we want to go back 2 frets and then to the E chord. So we're on the 3rd fret of the A chord, 4th fret, 1st fret of the E chord, that gives us our 4th. And then our 5th is again 2 frets up from our 4th. So the whole progression. So hopefully that will get you started with a little bit of blues rhythm playing. And you can get along if you take some of the pentatonic lessons that we learned and some of the 12-bar blues progressions that we've learned, and your friends and you are completely set to play in the key of A. Good luck and happy picking.